Ya Ali Madad, all friends. Ya Ali Madad, Aziz sir. Navroz Mubarak.
Ya Ali Madad, Navroz Mubarak to you and all the friends online.
Navroz
Well,
Mubarak.
Navroz Mubarak. Such a beautiful day to be with the friends and family on this line. And inshallah, as we will go to Chamasana today, and those of our friends that already have been to Chamasana in other countries, they have already received the Talika Mubarak of the Imam Zaman. Inshallah, this year will be much more beautiful, fulfilling, happy under the guidance of the Imam Zaman. Imam have sent messages of congratulations and Mubarakbadi and Khanavadan. But along with that, he is also concerned about our safety and security. And in 2 words, he's telling us to be careful and to be frugal. Inshallah, if we are, then this hard time will pass and we will come out on the other side with much, much better position than we are today. May Mullah Zaman and his guidance always be upon us. May his blessed hand always be on our shoulder. May his Khanavadan always be upon the Jamaat. May his guidance always be with the Mu'mineen. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Once again, Navroz Mubarak and welcome to our new session, which is Sunnatu'llah, habit of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. May Mullah guide us in this endeavor. I'm very excited to be presenting this. I'm not sure it's going to be a 1 week or 2 week or 4 week lesson, but this is a big chapter. After taking over or thinking about the Ramzan, Roza, Laylatul Qadr, and Eid last week, naturally, as we go through those events every year, a thought came to mind that what is Allah's habit regarding the human? What are the habits of the prophets and the imams regarding the mu'mineen and followers? How does he repeats things as a habit or as a natural course? When we talk about Sunnatu'llah, we must remember that there are untaught, unchangeable, fixed, never changing, never ending Sunnatu'llah. But within the Sunnatu'llah, there is a flexibility for the prophets to set their own sunnah according to the time and age, and according to the place, location. Within the Sunnat Rasul, there is flexibility for the Imams, the one who follow the Natiqeen. May they be Asas or Imam Mustaqars in their respective time, to guide the Jamaat according to the time, according to the place, and according to the audience, educated, non-educated, one country to the other. Faramin may be different from one place to the other, meaning if Imam is giving a farman in Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Iran, Syria, where the conflicts are, compared to farman given in the other Western countries, an example, Canada, Americas, the guidance may be different. That is the flexibility that Imam has according to the time and the place. What does not change? What does not change is the essence, the core principle of our tariqah, core principle of Islam, core principle of Sunnatu'llah. Those does not change. Essence does not change. As if you are in India today, as you are about to go to Jamaat Khana, and you will listen to the Tariqa Mubarak of the Imam Zaman. First of all, Mubarak to you. You will hear this line where Imam is speaking about there are some changes in the tariqah, in rites and ritual. But then Imam says that remember, there will be no changes in the essence of our tariqah. The essence does not change. Let's take the example of that. A fruit which gives a seed to the next tree, as far as the seed is concerned, that is the core, and the core does not change. But the tree, the branches, the bark, the thorn, the leaves, and even the next fruit, which will be the same fruit, but maybe bigger, smaller, much more red, much more ready or not ready. The look and feel may be a little bit different, but the core would be the same. That fruit also will have a kernel in it, a seed to bear a new tree. The core will not change. Another example of human. There are so many different kinds of human, white, black, short, tall, skinny, fat. look-wise and otherwise, language-wise, culture-wise, area-wise. But as a human, the core, the soul of the human is same, because we are from the one single soul. The core, the essence does not change. Taking the same example, that we are as human, we believe in Allah, we do not believe in Allah. We believe in one or two or many prophets, and others don't. There are people of the book, and then there are people of the books. Some believe in one book, some two, some three, and some all the books. The people of the Rasul, Muslimin, some believe in the book and the Rasul, some believe in the book, the Rasul, and the Imam. Some believe in the book, the Rasul, the Imam, and all the Imams. But at the core, at the essence, we all believe in one God. We all believe in Allah. That is the essence. When we say Sunnatu'llah, the habit of Allah, refers to unchanging, constant laws, patterns, and established ways of Allah. In the Quran, you will find in many places the word in the way of Allah. Whenever you hear a word way of Allah, now you know we are talking about Sunnatullah. So when Hazrat Isa asked his companion, amongst you, who will help me in my prophecy, in my religion, in my way of guiding and teaching? The companion replied, we are your helper in the way of Allah. In the way of Allah. We see Imam's many farman in which Imam asks about some of the words of the Quran. That is, Imam asks, what is the meaning of kokab, or kullu, or sirat al-mustaqim? Is Imam asking the Jamaat for the translation of those words? And after hearing this kind of farman, how many times do we go back to the Quran and read or try to find those words in the Quran? And how do we understand Imam asking about these words? And today we are discovering this word, the ways of Allah, or Sunnatullah. How many of us will go back and either look for the word fitrat, the habit, sunnat, which is another word for tradition or a pattern? Or how many of us will go back and find the ways of Allah? Because they all are pointing to the same direction, that there are certain patterns, certain unchanged essence and the laws of Allah. But within those laws, there are flexibility. We must learn this from some of the examples. Another example of a family. A family, let's say, have 2-3 children. The family decides, meaning parents, all my children will be educated. That is the habit, the law which was set by the parents for the family. Now, children will have a flexibility to take what courses, what skill sets, which ways, which colleges, which subjects they will master in. Flexibility. What was the core principle? They all will be educated. But you see the flexibility? Now, after they're taking the education, again they have a flexibility. At the beginning of the 4 or 8-year colleges, they may have thought that they will become engineer, doctor, banker, pilot, or whatever. At the end of those times, they may go into absolutely different direction. They may not become a doctor, but they may become a medical professor and teach medical doctorate to the others. They may never practice, but they may become a researcher in the medical field. An example, cancer researchers, they are doctors. For example, other researchers, they are all doctors, but not in the traditional way that we think of them as doctor. Flexibility. And this is our subject, because sometimes we become rigid in our way. And whenever rigidness comes, that everything should be just like this, then you lose. You stay behind. You cannot move forward. You cannot stay current because you have become rigid in a way or other. And we will talk about that today. Did Allah change his mind, or did his sunnah change regarding the guidance and the religions of the world? No. Allah have only one religion. Allah have never sent more than one religion. Allah always have guided on the same path. Sirat al-Mustaqim. Same way every single time. But whenever the people, the human, the followers became rigid in their sunnah, in their way of following the guidance of Allah and the Prophet, and when they became rigid in it, they became static. And what did they say? This is the only way, and there will be no changes in the way I practice my religion, the way I practice my tariqah. Whereas Allah's religion is dynamic, natural. It's like changes according to the time and the place. Not the changes in the core of the religion, but in the practices and the traditions. Practice according to the time and the place. And there is a dynamism. There is a moving forward. It's like a flowing river. Same water, but flowing forward. What happens when the water stands in one place? It gets polluted, dirty, and you can no longer benefit from that water. But when water is flowing, when it's dynamic, you can constantly take benefit from it. Our first chapter today about the habits of Allah regarding the guidance. So what you just heard for last 20 minutes, that was the definition of the habit of Allah. The core habit of Allah, which remains with the prophets and the imams. Now let's talk about the habit of Allah regarding the guiding the human. What do we see? What habit do we see of Allah? From the day one, He has sent a guide. In what shape and form? Were they in the shape and form of Jibril or any other angels or jinn or pari or human? What form? All of us will agree that they were always in the human form to guide the humankind, humanity, the people. So we just established the first core principle, unchangeable habit of Allah. And what is that? He constantly guides the humankind, the people, by a guide who is also a human like us. Not like Jibril, not like any other angels, the one we cannot see, not jinn or pari, but a human just like you and me, to guide you and me. So first habit, that they are always human. That is the first habit. What is the second habit of Allah regarding the guidance? And that is that He constantly guides. First habit, that there always be a human just like us. Second, as the human are constantly living, Allah's guidance is constantly upon us. He also guides human constantly. It is not that he guides at one time and then you forget about us and then, oh, he remembered us and he sent another guide. On your screen, just an example one time, and then you can do your own research because that is the best way of learning. Just by listening to this for an hour does not give you full picture. But if you do your personal search, then there you will discover wonderful things, amazing things. So first example, I'm just taking between Hazrat Adam and Hazrat Noah. And then you do your own research. Then Allah sent Adam and Noah. In between them, there were 7 imams. And I have written the name of those 7 imams. An example, I did not write the name of other imams between Hazrat Zashish and Mullah Ali. Like I said, you have to do some personal search. Because my task is to show you what is habit of Allah that He constantly guides. So the third guidance, third habit, a constant habit, never changing habit, then Allah guides human sometime in the name of the Prophet with the title Pegambar, Rasul, Nabi, and sometimes He guides the people by the title of Imam, Hujjat, Dai, Saints. But He guides, constantly guides the human. Here I'm only referring to the Quran for this 25 mentioned name in the Quran. 25. But we know there were over 100,000 messenger prophets amongst us since the time of Adam, with the different titles and status. Sometimes multiple prophets on the earth in the multiple locations. In example, in the time of Ibrahim, Hazrat Lut. In the time of Hazrat Zakaria, Maryam, Isa, Imran, Yahya. In the time of Hazrat Ibrahim, Ismail, and Isaac. In the time of Yaqub, Yusuf. And many, many examples are found in the history where at any given time, there would be multiple guide in the world. Some names are mentioned and others are not mentioned. But here we are talking about habit of Allah that He constantly guide. The title may be different, but He constantly guide. As you can see, that Allah constantly guide and sends prophets one after the other. One after the other, one after the other. And with every natik, there is an asas, meaning imam. An example with Adam, Hazrat Shish. That is just one of the example that I have given. I'll let you do the research, and we will show a few names here and there for your quick reference. Sometime you also will see that Imam and the prophets are the same. An example of Hazrat Ibrahim, he was a prophet, messenger, natik, and imam at the same time. Matter of fact, Ibrahim was the first one who mentioned as an imam in the Qur'an. The first imam mentioned in the Qur'an as an imam. After Ibrahim, Ismail also, in one hand, a messenger, in other hand, an imam musakkar. Whereas Isaac, the son of Ibrahim and the brother of Ismail, was a messenger, a prophet, and imam musoda. So those are some of the examples that you will find in the Quran. That how Allah have guided and Allah have sent prophets for the people. Another example I wanted to show you here is example of Musa and Harun. Musa, a messenger, a prophet, a natik, a rasul with the book. And with him, initially had Imam Asas as Harun, his cousin, brother of Musa. Just like Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a messenger, a nabi, a natik, a rasul, and with him an asas, his brother, his cousin, Ali. Very much similarity there. Matter of fact, there is a hadith pointing toward this similarity, that as Harun was to the Musa, Ali is to me. But there will be no prophet after me. That is the tradition, hadith of Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa, may peace be upon him. Similarity. In the Sunnatu'llah, in one hand, there is no changes. But in the other hand, there are flexibility. And what are they? Then in one hand, every natik will have asas. But not necessarily every messenger would have asas. In one hand, there are imams between the prophets. But in other hand, there is a time of Nabuwat, a great period of Nabuwat, where they are more dominant, permanent visible guide. And then there is a time of imamat, where imams are more permanent, dominant, visible. Even in the time of imams, you will find some imam are more dominant, more visible than the other imams. Flexibility according to the time and the place. Time and the place. What is the other habit of Allah? If you look at this list of prophets, with every prophet, every one of them, starting from Adam, there would be one opposition, one shaitan, one opposite party. Meaning, not that every single human will obey the command of Allah, and that is habit of Allah, that not every single human will follow the prophet. There will be the followers and there will be opposition, disbelievers. And that is also according to Allah's habit. So which habit are we talking about of Allah? The habit of care and shar. He has created Adam and the Iblis at the same time. Did Iblis come before Adam? Or did Adam come before Iblis? They both came at the same time. As Adam became, Iblis also became Shaitan. The habit of Allah, care and shar. Care and shar. And we will talk about that in some other subject further down. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. Wahid. Ahad. Whereas all of his creation are in pairs. All of his creation, just like care and shar, is also the creation of Allah. Adam and Iblis. Now, what about men and women? Adam and Hawa, according to the pairs. The habit of Allah, that his creation would be in the pair. That is the habit of Allah. He is Subhan, Wahid, all his creation in pairs. Habit of Allah. That is his habit. This is the end of our chapter 1. Tomorrow, we will continue on the habit of the prophets and habits of the imams. So let me stop here. We have a lot to think about it. And I know today is Navroz and some places Eid. So we may not have very many people joining us today. We will give them opportunity to join tomorrow. And inshallah, we will continue on our subject. We will try to send this recording so those of your friend and family member who have not joined today or were not able to join, you can share with them. Thank you so much. Once again, Eid Mubarak and Navroz Mubarak to all. And Talika Mubarak. Ya Ali Madad.